Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's today's song. Hey, welcome to Guitar Lessons FastFunandEasy.com. Thank you for being here. How you jammers doing today? Well, as always, I hope. Hey, let's get started, okay? Zoom in, please. All right, so the chords in this song are D minor 7, E minor, G7, or we could substitute a G, whichever one of those two you prefer. Either one will work. C is also in the song. There will be an A minor, an A minor 7, and a D7, and one more, an F. Ooh. Okay, so the song is in 6/8. It starts out in 6/8 time. Later on has a meter change. Meter means time signature, and it changes to 2/4, which is cut time, which I hate. I ignore it and pretend it's 4/4. But anyway, that's another story. So we start off, it starts out saying, you know, and comes in with a D minor 7, Dasher, and then it goes to an E minor. And Dancer, that's in the first, Dasher and Dancer are in the first measure. And it's like you're holding the D minor 7 for Dasher, like 1, 2, 3, and then you go to the E minor for 2, 2, 3. And you could look at it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you like that better. Or just ignore that and just simply just hold it until it feels good. Da, 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 da. Okay, and then next measure is a G or G7, and it's Prancer and Vixen. It shares the same measure as well, so you're doing the same count with the G as you are with the G and the C as you did with the measure before with the D minor 7 and the E minor. It's like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or however you want to count. Next measure is D minor 7 and E minor, again like the first measure, saying we're in the same count, saying Comet and Cupid. Next measure is the same as the second. It's the G or G7 and C, same count, same feel. Donner and Blitzen, and now it has a meter change to 4/4 time. And it goes in with an A minor and an E7. I like to make my E7 like this, but you can make it like that, or even like this. Whichever you prefer again. And it goes with the A minor. What do you... See, that's like kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4. Or just do it by feel. And then an A minor. Call the most. That's it for that measure. It's just taking that A minor and letting it sustain, like call the most. And then we go to an A minor 7, so you're just lifting that off. And the next measure is A minor 7 and D7. Famous Reindeer. So that's A minor 7 is like 1, 2, and the D7 is 3, 4. Famous Reindeer. And then G or G7, all letting that sustain for the whole measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we come into the song where we're going to start and pick up the tempo, because that first little part that I just did, you could look at it as being like an intro to the song. And the time really, or the feel for that, we could call it free time. you do it freely. Well, you want to hold one of those chords a little longer, go right ahead. You want to do a little faster or shorter, fine. Have fun with this song. This is a fun Christmas song. So you don't have to do it, exactly the way. Okay? Now, we come into the part where we're going to start, the upbeat, the Rudolph the Red-Nosed, etc. part. And this is that 2/4 time thing, and we should have a kind of a moderate, more up-tempo feel to this. And there's two ways we can strum it. We can just go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, going Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And doing that, I'm counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 in, or 1, 2, 3, 4, whichever you prefer again, whatever works best for you. And if I'm doing this, I like to, and you don't have to do this either, but I like to accent 2 and 4. So I'll go like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose. Like so. However, there's another way we can play this, which is going to be bass note of the chord and then a downstroke. So we're simply going bass note, downstroke, bass note, downstroke, bass note, downstroke. And the bass note that you'll play will be this, whatever the chord is, that's the bass note you want. So if you're playing a C chord, you want a C bass note. Playing a G, you want a G bass note. Playing an A minor, you want an A bass note, etc. Whatever the name of the chord is, letter name of the chord, that's the bass note you want. So, we have 3 measures of C going Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny. So it's like I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. For C, those 3 measures. We come to the next measure, we go to a G. It's going to be 4 measures of G, going nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it. So that's, again, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, however you like. Next measure is C, and C's just one measure of it where it goes glows. And that's it, that quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it goes back, or still holds that C because we go back to the next verse or line, which is all of the other reindeers used to laugh and call him. So that with 3 measures of that C, counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and however you like. You go to G for 4 measures again, and say names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer. See, that was 4 measures of it. Bass note, strum the chord, counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. All downstrokes. Next measure is C, 1 measure. Games. See how quick that is. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. You're done. Now we're coming to the outro, the last part of the song. We go to an F. Hardest part for some people. It's 1 measure of F. Counting to 4. It goes then one foggy. See, it's bass note, downstroke, bass note, downstroke. 1 and 2 and or 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, whatever you like. Then we go to a C, 1 measure, Christmas Eve, same pattern. Then a G, 1 measure, Santa came to. Next measure is a C, 1 measure, say. Now we go back to a G again, and it's 2 measures. Rudolph with your, that was the first measure, nose so bright, second measure. We go to a D7, 1 measure. Won't you guide my, and then a G, or G7, again, whichever you like. Sleigh tonight. I like G better. I'm going to do the G7 so you hear that. Sleigh tonight. See, that sounds fine too. I just prefer the G. But maybe you'll like the G7 better, and that's cool. Next is a C for 3 measures. Then how the reindeer loved him as he shouted out with. So you see, that was counting to 4 3 times. Don't count to 12. Count to 4 3 times. Next is also 3 measures of G or G7. Again, whatever you like. Glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Excuse me, that was 4 measures of that G, not 3. I'm sorry. And last measure is 1 measure with a C. Histor, we sang from G, that histor, and now the last measure in C. Re. You can end it however you like. Like, I'm going to take it from the G to the C. You'll go down in history. See, do one of those if you like, or just go, you'll go down in history. Just 1 stroke. You can kind of do your own thing here with the ending. Okay, let's back out. Okay, so that's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I hope you like this song and it helps. Thank you as always for being here. Hey, please check out the website. There's a lot more Christmas songs there, as well as lots of other tunes. Rock songs, country songs, children's songs, blues tunes. Check it out. Thanks. Bye.